All right, hello and welcome to the final video of the Farm Marketing Makeover. Hopefully you've enjoyed what you've learned so far, and maybe you have a few ideas that you're excited to go back and implement. In the first video, we talked about some critical things you need to include on your website. So if you didn't finish that, you're going to want to go back and watch it. Then we talked about how to direct traffic to that website, okay? Because it's no good if nobody knows about it. And in this video, I want to talk about how to grow an email list, okay? So traffic in your website, that's how you build visibility online. But email is where transactions and sales are made, okay? And when you compare it to other social platforms out there like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, it far outweighs the potential of all of them, I would say even combined. Because Facebook, for example, if you try and grow an audience on there and you try to get a lot of people to like your Facebook page, you could get 10,000 or so. But once you have that audience, you don't really own that audience. So anytime you try to reach them or post or communicate with them, you can't reach all of them at one time. Okay, in order to do that, you have to pay Facebook. Basically, you have to boost your posts or pay for Facebook advertising. So it's a more expensive platform. I'm not saying there's opportunities with some of those options, but with email, you own your email list. Okay, when someone joins your newsletter, you have access to have a conversation with them. So that's why we're big fans of email. And if you look at this chart here of the last 30 days of revenue that has been generated at 7 Sons, these are the sources for those. You can see email is by far at the top here. And when you compare that to social, you can see how much this is outweighed. This is a chart of what our traffic to our website looks like over time. And you can see that we continue to have these frequent, almost routine spikes in web traffic to the website. And that's represented by our routine emails that we have scheduled to send. So we send, for example, a weekly newsletter on Sundays. And even though email represents a source for a lot of our revenue, a lot of the content that we share in that newsletter isn't related to the products we have to offer or trying to subtly influence them to buy from us. A lot of it is just valuable content that they're interested in. So this is what we call content marketing, which is information, a lot of times videos that isn't geared to trying to get a purchase. It's just sharing our story, what goes into raising the products that they're buying from us, and why it matters to them. So what this does is it continues to help build that connection and relationship with us and help establish trust. So even though we're not directly trying to get a purchase, every time we schedule that newsletter on Sundays, we see sales spike immediately afterwards. So that's some of the content that we help share on our newsletter, but how do we help grow that list? How do we end up getting the email address? So there's a couple different strategies you can use, and one of them is what we refer to as a lead generator. This is also often referred to as a lead magnet, and it's really just the idea or the process of exchanging something that is valuable to somebody in exchange for their email address. So commonly, you've seen this on e-commerce websites where they try to give you, a coupon or $10 off your first order in exchange for signing up on their newsletter. So that is a form of a lead magnet. We don't do that on our website because we think it starts the customer relationship off on the wrong foot and attracts someone who's really more interested in the discount than they are in developing a relationship and an ongoing customer relationship with our farm. So we tend to stay away from that. But some other examples would be like you've probably seen maybe an ebook on someone's website that has some helpful information that you might be interested in that you can download in exchange for an email address. This is an example of an online food blog, okay? So they help you, this is a guide to meal prepping that helps you save wasted time and money in the kitchen. So if this is a problem I have, this is something I'm going to find valuable, I'm much more likely to exchange my email address for it, okay? The traditional way for acquiring an email address was just through a basic newsletter opt-in form that's usually at the bottom of someone's website that says, hey, please join our newsletter to stay up to date on, everything that we're doing. And that's not real compelling in today's world. Think about the last time that's, inspired you to sign up for a newsletter. We need to sweeten the deal and provide extra value. This is Dave Ramsey's website, so he's the debt-free guy, right? So Dave offers his visitors a 7-day jumpstart to financial freedom in exchange for their email address. Okay, so if I download this and if it works for me, what has Dave just done? He's acquired my trust, right? Which is the start to every great customer relationship. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. All right. So if this works for me, then I'm more likely to listen to something else Dave has to say, or better yet, invest in one of his products. So we were trying to take this concept and apply it to our farm. We were thinking through what were some things that we're already doing that were really helpful in acquiring new customers. So we'd been doing farm tours for a long time, and even when we had someone, visit the farm for that tour who had never purchased from us before, it was a very compelling and intimate experience, okay? If you've ever wondered why the UFO movement is so strong, it's because that when someone encounters something strange and they see it with their own eyes and multiple senses are involved, there's almost nothing that anyone can do to convince them that what they saw was not real. So the same thing goes with the farm tours. When they see the way the animals are raised, it instills an incredible amount of confidence and trust in us as their food suppliers. We got to take them behind the scenes to what we were doing, show them how we were raising our animals, what the difference was compared to conventional agriculture and why it matters. So we took this same idea and we applied it to our lead magnet, and we made a virtual farm tour. So this is what it looks like on our website. Take the tour and see what makes our farm so different. And then the main text at the top speaks to another problem that a lot of consumers, have been confused about, and it's all the misleading food labels there are out in the market. As a consumer who, doesn't really know the food industry, it can be very difficult to understand what actually makes healthy food. Is it certified organic, non-GMO? There's all those private labels out there, and it can be incredibly frustrating to try and understand this. So video 1 of our farm tour explains the most important factor that goes into creating, and raising healthy food products. And we do that to try and establish some more trust and just provide helpful information to them. The remaining 3 days of the tour, so we basically drip out an email to their inbox the first 4 days after they sign up for the lead magnet. So the remaining 3 days takes them behind the scenes of every single one of our animal enterprises, shows them how the cattle are raised, the pigs and the chickens, and which brothers are in charge of each one. So again, it's a very personal experience. And the really cool part about this is it's like web traffic. We put a lot of initial work into, creating the virtual tour, but now it's always out there working for us. So I know there's people going through that farm tour right now, and we're helping build a relationship with people 24/7. So it's incredible time leverage, strategy. A lead magnet can be almost anything. This is what one of our clients did. It's a free meal planning tips for busy moms. And I can guarantee you that this is getting them more email addresses than just a simple newsletter opt-in form. So there's lots of different ways you can go about this. You don't have to follow what we did. You might have noticed that this video series right here is a lead magnet, okay? And I hope that I'm providing valuable content along the way. So you're going to need a tool not only to house your email list, but to also deliver your lead magnet, because when someone signs up for it, and if you take a long time to deliver that to them, you've lost a lot of momentum, okay? The height of their awareness is right when they opt in. So you would need a way to deliver your lead magnet automatically. So we can do that using one of these two tools. We have MailChimp or Drip. Both are effective for growing an email list at different sizes of your business. We use Drip at 7 Sons. But these tools can integrate with your website so that if, whether someone signs up for your lead generator or they create an account to buy from you on your shopping cart, you can add those people to your email list and automatically schedule emails to deliver to their inbox right after they sign up. So again, we're catching them, we're catching that recency factor at the height of their awareness, which is very important. Now, I know I discourage you from creating some sort of bribe to inspire people to join your newsletter, either through offering a coupon or some sort of discount, because it can attract the wrong type of customer. It could, however, be more useful down the road after you've developed a little bit of rapport and help that new subscriber get to know you, to offer some sort of incentive to take that first action towards a purchase. We do this at 7 Sons because we have a lot of different products on our website, and every now and then we've had people tell us that, I want to start, but I'm not sure what exactly to buy first, and it creates a little bit of analysis paralysis. So we created what we call the Best of the Farm box. This is a variety sampler box that has a little bit of our most popular cuts, and we offer it at a slight discount to anyone who's gone through the farm tour and they've gotten to know us better. And this is very helpful to that type of customer because a lot of times it's the exact product that they're looking to start with. So let's recap. This is the entire process put together. We start out with traffic that we've found on local food directories through link building or by boosting our credibility on Google and improving our local search results. We then send those people to a website that communicates very clearly, so we hook their attention by speaking to the customer transformation that we want them to experience. From there, if they don't decide to move forward with a purchase, we ask for a much smaller commitment, their email address, in exchange for something valuable so that we can continue to follow up with them and build that relationship, tell them more about what we're doing, and eventually acquire their trust to be their farmer. So from a high level, this is our exact process for acquiring new customers, and it's the same process I would use even if I was starting over and building my own farm from scratch today, and I was 2 years from having a finished product ready to sell. I would first get these things in place so that way they're working for me during that time, and I'm building that email list so that way when I do have that product ready to go, there's also a customer who's ready and willing to buy it. So with all this information, I want to leave you with this question. Are you willing to commit to putting this strategy in place in the next 30 days? I say 30 days because I truly believe that it only takes that long to put in the upfront investment to get this in place and start seeing the results. Here's one of our favorite quotes. It has been my observation that most people get ahead during the time that others waste. If you believe that what you've learned during this video series could benefit your farm business, I encourage you to take action. Seven Sons is at the point where it's not only able to support multiple families, but team members. And the catalyst that got us there began with that one decision to take a leap of faith and launch our first website, which started us down the path of internet marketing and has arrived at where we are today with a bright future ahead. So if you decide to make that commitment for the next 30 days, here's how we'll help. I mentioned that we developed our own website and shopping cart platform called GraceCart, which we created because we're experiencing some serious challenges that we face as a farm trying to direct market on the internet that nobody else helped us solve. So now we offer that platform to others to use as well. You can sign up for your own free trial of a website at gracecart.com. The standard trial lasts just 14 days, but if you use the promo code Marketing Makeover, that'll give you an additional 30 days. And I do this just because I want to make sure that you have the time you need to work on some of the things that we've talked about in this series. Now, I know that building a new website can be intimidating, especially if you've never done something like that before. So once you sign up for your trial, I'll send you an invitation to our GraceCart Mastery course. So this is a free course that walks you through every step. It's a video series that walks you through every step of setting up that website from start to finish. Okay? I know there's a lot of things to learn, but we want to make this as easy as possible. After that, if you want to take your direct marketing to the next level, I'd encourage you to invest in our Profit Platform course, which is taught by my brother Blaine. And it goes into much further details of some of the things we've talked about in this video series and other very important aspects of growing a profitable online direct marketing business. GraceCart has a team of experts that are constantly investing in our clients and helping them learn from our experience and mistakes we've made along the way. We know what it's like to try and grow a business from scratch, and we're very passionate about helping the small farm make a big impact in agriculture. I've really enjoyed sharing this information with you in this video series, and I hope that you feel inspired to take action on some things that you've learned, and I'd love to have a conversation with you soon. Thank you for watching.